The 987th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Heidi ho, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 987 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to someone who's made quite a few run-ins on our podcast, my little fur baby Lula, who is 12 years old today. You have fans of the show have heard her incessant barking in the background. So this goes out to Lula, and this goes out to all of you. Welcome back. Welcoming us back, I guess you could say. Hopefully you survived the holidays, whether you celebrate or not. Hopefully you had a nice few days off. Seems like we've been gone forever, but we are back to kind of put a bow on the UFC year and to look ahead to next year, make some future bets. So I'm still spicy. Actually, we were told how it's pronounced. Daniel Gumby Vreeland. How is it pronounced? My name.
Paya.
Spicy Paya. Yes.
Which is not the way we had it. Also, shout out to the guy in the YouTube comments who asked me for ice cage fighting picks, which, by the way, shout out to Ice Cage Fighting 6, which I didn't think would be a real thing or there would be odds anywhere, but there were both.
Wow.
And it was actually kind of a sick card. Like, there were a whole bunch of people I had heard of on it. The main event was Tyson Nam.
Yeah.
The Nanimal was fighting Abdul Hussein, who's like a 16-2 dude from Brave. So it was like kind of a sick main event. Tyson Nam got knocked out, like you might expect at this stage in his career, sadly. He's like a lot older than I remembered him being. He's like 40 or something like that.
Really?
I was not ready for that. Like, he aged really well. But then there were, just like some other like Finnish fighters I had heard about on the card. And so shout out to the gentleman out there who wanted some thoughts on ice cage fighting. And I shouted him out in the comments. I did say I did wind up going 2-2 in those shout out comments. So maybe not my best move, but hey, it's ice cage fighting. What do you want from me?
Is it Finnish promotion?
Yeah, it was a Finnish promotion. Apparently they had Makwan Amirkhani on their fifth installment of their show.
Mr. Finland.
Yeah, Mr. Finland himself was on the Finnish promotion. So like it seems like they're trying to build it. And when I heard the name Ice Cage Fighting, I assumed it was on ice. And before I would so I looked at the fights on Tapology and I was like, oh shit, there's like some cool fighters on here. I can give this guy some picks just off the top of my head. And then I was like, but wait, is this on ice? Because that would be great. Hockey that fight. Really changed like it. So I had to dig through their Instagram and be like, no, they're on a canvas. I don't know why it's called ice cage fighting, but the
cage should be frozen.
Yeah, what if
like frostbite being pushed up against the cage?
I thought maybe like some frosted glass around it, but that's not good for viewing. So I don't know. I don't know where the name comes from, but it did throw me for a loop. And so shout out to any of our DGen fans out there who are loving betting on things like ice cage fighting.
Like I wrote in one of my articles on sportsgamblingpodcast.com. This is a tough time of year for.
I actually wrote an article on ice cage fighting afterwards.
No, for real. See, you have to get creative this time of year. It was especially bad during the pandemic, but even now, if you're not betting on football or the NBA, then you got to get a little creative. So today,
which is what we're doing today. We're getting creative today. Yeah,
I guess we're getting a little creative. We'll dive into it. Maybe I'll tell you about a reminder. You good people already know this, but you get access to all our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download it for free in your app store. Just type in SGPN. So as you can see by the title of this, we are into our futures episodes, which are always fun to do. Like I said off top, kind of a recap of the year that was, and then a look ahead to the year that will be. We're starting with the ladies. Ladies first, women's strawweight, lowest female weight class. The champ. We didn't predict the champ, Gumby. I'm not sure a lot of people did. We both had Wei Li Zhang as a minus 125, which wasn't even a good number we got. Yeah, we didn't even get a good number for that. And then we both had the same long shot too, which was Yasmin Lucindo. So neither of those came through because Mackenzie Dern is the champion of this division, kind of unexpectedly, right? We didn't see this coming.
Yeah, that's a weird one. And like she didn't even. I don't want to like disparage her because like when the UFC
she's
signed her,
a viewer.
She's definitely
for sure
not
she watches
it. We've talked about this. Women don't typically watch this show.
No.
But when we broke down her title fight against who is she? Virna Jandiroba. Like she didn't really look great in that fight, right? Like
no.
I feel pretty confident, and we're not getting into our picks yet, but like I feel pretty confident that she's like barely, maybe not even a top 5 women's strawweight in the UFC.
That seems to be the common refrain, though. That's it's not really going out on a limb. That seems to be what a lot of people are saying, which I don't think
she's not a better wrestler in that fight, right? She was the worst wrestler. She was,
and there's a better wrestler in the division. There's definitely better wrestler in the division looming as well.
And when you win your title by being the better of the 2 boxers, when you're one of the worst boxers in the division, I just the longevity there for me, it's just not there.
Yeah. So the weakest champion currently, you would say, the most tenuous champion.
I don't want to be mean.
No. It's not being mean. You just say how you feel, Gumby.
I'm going to say probably, but I'm going to say no. And again, no offense to Joshua Van, because I love Joshua Van as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's up there to me too, just because like, I mean, we saw him beat Brandon Royval with just like volume and stuff, but he has recently been knocked out by Charles Johnson. Yeah. Recently knocked out by unranked Charles Johnson. To throw that one out there.
Yeah. And I guess without really diving into it yet, I guess the 115-pound elephant in the room is whether the former champ, Weili Zhang, is going to come back down. The thought is it would make sense. Why would she stay at flyweight after losing the fight?
Yeah, I think she has to.
And then does she step right into a title fight as well? Because there's nothing. This is I always like to tell you what is already scheduled for the division. Nothing. We got Amanda Lemos versus Jillian Robertson.
It's rebooked.
266. Yeah, rebook. And then we've got same fight card, UFC Fight Night 266, which is, I think, an Apex card, which we aren't getting very many of, February 7th. Bruna Brazil, Ketlin Souza. So nothing really right at the top of the division is booked right now. So, hard to say what is going to happen. Here's some trivia I can give you for each episode. Gumby, who is the oldest fight? It's tie for this one. Who's the oldest fighter at women's strawweight currently?
Gotta be Lemos, right? Unless
Lemos is third.
Andrade?
Nope. We have 2 fighters that are 40 years old.
Oh, are they still active though?
Yeah, they're active.
They're not counting Watterson, right?
Nope.
40 years old, and it's
2 of them.
Oh, Angela Hill.
Yes, Angela Hill's one. And the other one is from Poland. Is your clue?
Oh, Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Yeah,
I don't think she's still active either. I kind of think she's retired, but Angela Hill is
not really a young division. There's only a handful of fighters under 30. So
I think we've talked about this every single year. We've done the futures episode too. Is like I don't think we really have a good grasp on the women's aging curve in MMA.
Right. Yep.
I think we really fundamentally don't understand it yet, because a lot of times we're like hyped on a youngster and then like she's just not ready, and then like other times we've been like, well, Lauren Murphy's dead, right? Like she's not even still and then she runs to the title, right? Like she didn't win it, but like she made a run to the title after we had like had her 1 foot in the grave basically. So like I really do think we're like kind of off on the aging curve and like still figuring it out.
Yeah, Mackenzie Dern's 32. She's current champ. Former champ Weili Zhang's 36 or 7. So youngest in the division, Yasmin Lucindo, 23.
Yep.
But probably the brightest future is the next person on the list, Fatima Klein, 25 years old. She's definitely one I think we've got to keep an eye on. Probably not this year, because especially
you might hear me talk about her for a second.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spill all my cards, but you might hear me talk about
it. All right.
So.
Yeah, Gumby's playing is very close to his chest. He's also come up with a new method for us to play. So maybe you want to break it down, not just for me, but for the viewers.
Yeah, sure. And I even got this cool graphic here. Boom, there it is. So we're gonna do a game this year because in the past we've kind of been amorphous with the way we've done this, and it maybe makes for good radio or good video or whatever we're doing. But I think it would be more fun if we had something that we were working with so we could tell people how confident we were in such. So we're gonna play this game this year. Both of us, for all of the futures episodes put together, we're going to start with $2,000. Okay. And half of it needs to be on what we would call best bets. those are odds that are less than 12-1. And then the other half, the other $1,000 needs to be on long shots, which are odds greater than 12-1. Okay. Each of us has to spend money in each category in each weight class. So we can't like pass on best bets for a whole category or a whole weight class. We have to at least sprinkle $1 in there. Or, I don't know. Probably can't go lower than $1. $1, it will be our minimum for each weight class in each of the categories. And you can make as many bets in those categories as you want. You can spread it out a little bit. You can put it all on one. That's part of the strategy. And then the last rule that you'll see at the bottom there, rule number 4, bets are going to be seen as bonus bets so that the payout does not include the stake. Okay. So that way we don't load all up on a favorite saying, well, I'll just get my $1,000 back by just getting my stake back and that'll be enough to win. This way we're actually looking at the odds and finding some value in them rather than just taking chalk and getting our money back. So those are the 4 rules as we've come to decide on them. Now, before we get to breaking them down, me and Jeff did want to quickly go through some of the odds we saw for fighters that we thought were funny before we get to the ones that we think are good. Did you have one from Strawweight that you found?
Usually we want to find someone who is not even in the sport anymore, which is often the case. Usually you have to scroll to the very bottom. Is Marnik Man even in the UFC?
I don't think so. She was one of mine.
Plus 100,000 though, so you can get some good money on that.
You get 1,000-1 that she gets signed back and wins the title in the same year. Now the funny thing is Vanessa Demopoulos is tied with her somehow.
Yeah,
because she's still in the UFC, right?
That's a way better play.
And the 2 of them are also tied with Hyann Amanda, who is currently 7 months pregnant.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a quick turnaround, and
she's gonna have to really make things happen in the new year to make that work. So yeah, those were my Marnik Man and Hyann Amanda were the funniest.
Who's Chanel Dyer?
Oh, she's recently signed from the Contender Series. She fought Carol Foro and they signed both of them. Okay, remember? Okay, Carol Foro, beat her.
Plus 25,000, so she's not even the biggest biggest.
Well, because she's coming off a Contender Series and having lost.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's probably
but still you can get better odds on her than you or shorter odds on her than Carolina Kowalkiewicz.
Or
the pregnant lady. Yeah, would make sense. Yeah, like I said, the Weili Zhang thing I think is the big question hanging over the division.
So right? let me flip up the little graphic here that says best bets. Yeah. So we'll get to actually talking about them. You're right. I think the biggest question here is like, will she, won't she? Weili Zhang, does she come back? Are the odds worth it on her? Do you want me to go with my first best bet, or do you want to?
Yeah, do you want to go first? Sure.
Yeah, I'll do the honors here. So I dug through the odds, and I decided I think my best bet. And the one I'm going to go in the hardest on Strawweight is Weili Zhang. Just because, like, when you look at the other fighters in this division, right, like, certainly looking down at Mackenzie Dern, I saw her in places as high as, like, plus 200. That's not enticing, right? Like, she's going to have to defend that probably twice. And as they just said, like, I think there are 5 fighters in this division who might be able to beat her, including, like, if you gave Virna a rematch, I think she could beat her. You know, like, it's really not a good path to December 31st for Dern. So like when you look out at the other odds, who do you think is the most likely? And the answer for me was Weili Zhang. Like I just think she comes back. She's already got the popularity. You know, she mentioned she's 36, so she's still got some longevity. There's really nothing for her up at flyweight. Why not just come back and take her belt back? UFC seemingly probably going to go to China at some point in time. Would really like her to be able to headline that card. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put and again, we start with $2,000 or $1,000 in each of the categories.
Yep.
I'm going to go a little hard on Weili Zhang. I'm going to go 125 on Weili Zhang.
$25. Okay.
Right out the gate. I like her that much because this division just like it doesn't have a lot of other questions. So that's going to be my best bet for the division.
All right. And what is the best number you saw?
Oh, I found on one of the books plus 150.
Okay, plus 150.
So we're going to shop around too, ladies and gentlemen, because there are wildly different odds out there. So make sure you're shopping around as well.
There is. Yeah. I think plus 150 is the best I saw. Excuse me. Yeah, I saw her at minus 200, I think.
I saw minus 340 in one spot. So again, this is why you shop around. You know, you can get Weili Zhang plus 150. You can get her negative 340. So like, you know, definitely make sure you got the right book on this one.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, all that makes sense for you, but I think I'm going to go a different route. Do you have any idea where I'm going to go, Gumby?
Yeah, I think you're going to go the same one that I saved a little money and I'm going to sprinkle on afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to go Tatiana Suarez?
I am going Tatiana Suarez.
I like that. I did some shopping on her. What'd you get for a number?
Yep. What did I see her at? I saw her at 400, I think.
I got her 500 here.
Oh, even better. Okay.
All right. How much do you want on Tatiana Suarez?
That's the thing, the money thing. All right. So an average bet would be about 100 or what, 90 bucks
90,
or so?
90 bucks per division.
Right. Okay. I would bet that is bet. And we're not going to be allowed to go and switch our bets at the end.
You can't go switch it. Right? Once your money's in the pot, it doesn't come back out.
Okay. This makes it so difficult.
Yeah, I know.
I want to say, yeah, I know exactly. Let's go $100 on that.
Okay, $100 on Tatiana Suarez.
Yeah. A couple reasons. Nothing's been scheduled yet, so I would obviously feel better if I knew she definitely had a title shot coming up. My thinking here is obviously I think she would beat the champ, no problem. Not no problem, but if Mackenzie Dern is a bad wrestler, and she's not going to wrestle. Newsflash: she's not going to out wrestle a Olympic level wrestler here. Other thoughts here. Zhang is not that active of a fighter. She fought twice last year, but that was
she could just show up in August and win it, though, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah,
she could just show up in August and win it.
UFC is big on it depends if they need a title fight before then. She fights once a year is normally the norm for her. So my thinking is Suarez will sneak in first.
And then she's got to hold it though.
And then it's true. Then she has to hold it against Zhang, which is very true. But I think
she's already lost that maybe once. Bad.
Yeah, that's true. The number we're getting her for the fact that we don't really know exactly what the future's in store for Zhang, you would assume it's going to be stepping back in and getting a title shot right away. I'm willing to sprinkle a bit on Tatiana Suarez.
All right,
I'm gonna, very, very good number for that.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit too. So, like I said, I'm gonna be spreading my money out here. I'm going to take 25 on her as well. Right. Just so I have a taste of Tatiana Suarez, in case Weili Zhang does stay up at flyweight or decides to go do something else for a little while, or get some kind of fight that doesn't make any sense to me. Tatiana Suarez is definitely the next most likely. So that way I got 125 on Weili, 25 on Tatiana.
I'm going to do the opposite. I think I'm going to put some money on Zhang as well, because she basically, I would assume it would be either or, these two women. I don't think I see anyone else jumping the line and getting. I don't say Jan Didoba is not going to get a title shot.
The rest of the strawweight class, there's just no value there to me, right? Like, who's Yan Xiaonan going to be? Yan Xiaonan's lost 2 of her last 3. Yeah, and she hasn't fought since April. Like, the only one else hovering near the best bet line is like Amanda Lemos, and like if you shop around, you can find her and put her in your long shots anyway. So, all right. So, how much you want on Weili Zhang?
Let me see. Yeah, I was going through the. All right, you've got you spent 150. $25 on Weili Zhang. 25.
All right,
yeah,
you got
plus 150 is what the best line we got for her, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that takes us through best bets.
That takes us to an ad read, maybe.
Oh,
maybe
what a great idea.
Yeah, we got to make some real money too here. We can't just be gambling our money away. Kalshi, we just partnered up with Kalshi. That's KALSHI. A real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. In all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets in sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment. Hell, they even have the weather. Kalshi, you can trade anything. Gumby's got weekly articles up. Is it still weekly?
They're still weekly. Right? Yeah. They're a little bit more focused now on the NBA or the NFL awards market. Okay. But they've got me off the politics beat, so that's nice. Politics and we're off that beat, but we are on. And I got some thoughts on MVP, so make sure you head on over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com and check those out.
Yeah, so check out Gumby's Chalkx. At the very least, he will open your eyes to what type of stuff is available there. And when you do go check it out yourself at Chalkx, new Chalkx customers get $20 when they use our promo code SGPN. So that's Chalkx, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And Underdog, our friends at Underdog, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog has you covered this holiday season with Underdog Unwrapped. You'll unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. Gumby's always giving you nice things to unwrap here. Here's another play from him.
Sure, we got the Bulls and the Bucks tonight. 5-game winning streak, Chicago Bulls, I might add.
I know.
That's right, 5-game winning streak. And they're beating good teams, too. But they're playing the Bucks, who are not a good team. I'm going to take Josh Giddey's higher than on his assists. They've got him projected at 8.5. And he's been over 10 for the last 3 games. So I'll take the higher than on his 8.5 assists.
Yeah, he is filling the stat sheet this season for sure. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. All right, back to the old straw weights. Do you see anyone else getting a title shot? And I guess we just went through that. There really is no one.
Well, I think here's the interesting part for me.
Or at least the first title shot.
This is maybe why like the long shot part of this division is like the most intriguing of a lot of divisions, right? It's because like you could see a lot of these women finding their way into it. Like if Whaley doesn't come back, right? Tatiana Suarez is like injured every other year, right?
That's another thing. I didn't really take that into account picking her, but it's true.
But so like if she gets hurt, and she just had a title fight, Weili Zhang maybe doesn't want back in right away or decides to go, mess around at 125 some more.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna have to fight for this belt, right? Like somebody's gonna have to step up. And it's gonna be really interesting to see who it is. So I went first with best bets. Do you want to make the first long shot claim here?
Okay. Yep. Now this one, I should get all the odds on my screen. I should. We're going plus 1,200 or higher. You said, is that right?
It's got to be 12 to 1 or better.
Okay. There's a couple actually that come to mind. How about
specifically for you? Because I think you will get it and you won't find the best number. So I wrote it down.
Okay, good
for you.
I think it may bet actually 2 here as well. First one, Denise Gomes, 4-fight winning streak.
Young.
That
was not what I expected.
Yeah. No, the one you're expecting is probably coming up next, but I think Denise Gomes is there's only basically Gumby can guess because there's only really 2 fighters on winning streaks in this division. So really, if it's that's another thing. UFC is not a meritocracy, so who's to say who's going to step in and stuff? But Denise Gomes has beat Eduardo Moira, Carolina Kowalkiewicz, Elise Reed, Tisha Pennington. Not exactly a murderer's row.
Pennington's a big win. Pennington's a big win.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, she's a tough out. She's only 25. On a nice win streak. The fact that she's Brazilian probably doesn't help because most fighters are Brazilian. I'm thinking, hey, they can stick her in a Brazilian fight card, but she doesn't have a fight scheduled yet either. Not a lot of fighters have, though, as you'll probably see as we go through these weight classes. The UFC surprisingly has not announced a heck of a lot. Usually we have a lot more fight cards announced and full with fights by now, but I think Denise Gomes is the type of fighter that the UFC would.
Would you find? What'd you find?
I didn't.
For your best
I'm counting. I'm counting on you. I haven't yet.
All right. So
I see her at +3. I think we're looking at the same books though. So what's the best odd you see?
I saw the best 30 to 1 was the best I saw.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want? How many dollars do you want on Denise Gomes at 30 to 1?
This is going to get easier as we do more weight classes, I think, because I'm worried about how much money I'm spending and stuff like real life. All right. Let me see. I have. Maybe we're doing the exact same for this as for them. Give me
and it's a completely different pocket.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, $75 on Denise Gomes.
Okay, 75 on Denise Gomes. Love it.
That'd be a nice payout if it hits, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with somebody in roughly the same amount of odds, or roughly that same level of odds. I'm gonna take 20 to 1 on Fatima Klein.
Okay.
Fatima
I love Fatima Klein. Love her.
But I found her there at 20 to 1. She's ripped through.
And how much are you taking? Sorry.
I'm gonna take $80 on her at 20 to 1.
All right, give us the path here.
I mean, like, first of all, she's young, she's exciting, she's so damn good.
Yep. But how is she going to get to a title shot?
She just beat the hell out of Angela Hill, right? She's ranked.
Yeah.
What does she need? Yep. What does she need? 2 wins to fight for it in September or October, right? And it's not like she's active. She's manhandling everybody in that division. In like, you know, I know she lost her UFC debut, but she lost her UFC debut to Jasmine Jasudavicius, and like hung in there.
Weight class.
Yeah, up a weight class, short notice, and hung in there. Like,
and she's Canadian. Come on,
and if she can deal with that physicality, right? Like, she just needs the right matchmaking to get her there, right? Like, she needs some middling level fighter right now. She needs a Yan Xiaonan, or you know, somebody maybe Lupi Godinez and then Yan Xiaonan. Then you need a title fight in December. She's there. Okay. Especially if you get like basically a vacant title picture with like people not being where they need them to be, somebody being hurt, she could step right in there with 2 wins. So 20-1, I'll take $80 on Fatima Climb.
I'm on board with Fatima Climb. Just not. I don't see it happening this year. I would want better than 20-1 as well for that to happen. I think. But nonetheless, wait a bit. 21. So we're talking plus
2,000.
2,000. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I got better odds for Gums. I see Gums having a clearer path, even though I like Klein way more as a fighter here. I would bet on her. I would buy stock in her for sure to be a future UFC fighter, UFC champion, especially with the way her striking looked has been looking recently to go along with her grappling. It's a very good, very dangerous combo, especially as we've, I think, pretty much laid bare here. This is not a very deep division with not a heck of a lot of young up and coming talent. So definitely like that. All right. The other fighter, the Gumby probably knows I'm picking. The only other fighter really on a win streak. She's on a 4-fight win streak, and she already has her next bout book is, of course, Canadian Jillian Robertson.
I already wrote it on. I have a little recap graphic that's going to go up. It's already on yours.
Yep. It just makes sense. I pretty much laid out why it makes sense. She already has a fight scheduled in early February. She's on a super good win streak. This is actually, you picked against her in this fight though, right? So you obviously,
I don't think she's gonna win. She won't.
You obviously don't agree with my pick here, but obviously the path is there. If she's on a 5-fight winning streak in a division this shallow, then and she's fairly, you know, personable, and pretty good personality and stuff. And still young. I can see the UFC.
How many you dishing out for her though?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe a little less. $50 for her.
$50 for her. All right, cool. Yeah. And that's gonna leave me with my last pick. So we'll do last pick. We'll do our second ad read, and then we'll recap. My last
Gumby's driving the ship now.
I'm driving.
You're the captain now.
So I got one more here. I'm in this one. I highly suggest that if you are in on it with me, shop around because I saw as low as 24-1 and as high as 1,000-1. Yeah. So I found plus 10,000 or no 100-1. Sorry, not 1,000. 100-1. At 100-1, I'm gonna take $10 on Alexia Thainara.
Yes.
You know,
she's looking really good.
Busted into the UFC, looking real good. They immediately booked her with one of their fan favorites who is getting ready to head to the glue factory. Like like, that's how you know they like her, right? Like if she's heading to the glue factory and then they feed her to the young prospect, you know, Alexia Thainara, and like really look, her path to the title is the same exact thing as Fatima Climb, right? Like she's already either ranked her on like the border of being ranked. She needs one middling Tabitha Ricci, Lupi Godinez style fighter. She's got to beat that one and then get Yan Xiaonan, Virna Jandiroba, somebody like that they can get rid of. And then, you know, find a little luck here come October, November, December of 2026, which like, you know, that's a lot of what ifs, but like, you know, hey, we're talking 100-1 here. There are a lot of what ifs. And I didn't roll out a ton of dough on her either. I'm going to take just $10 on her. So that'll do it. We took 2 in each weight class, which I don't, or category, which I don't know if was planned on your part. And that's where we are.
No, I had nothing planned. I think Gumby, you've kind of mapped yours out, haven't you?
I did, yeah. And for all 3 of the weight classes we're recording today.
See, that's rough. I'm doing it on the fly, but we'll see what's the best method at the end of 2026. Reminder: we are brought to you by Novig. That's Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with Novig promo code SGPN. And Rhythm has crushed NFL this season. They're especially been good on props, really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is up and running with 300 plus schools. Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. Pairs nicely with the college experience shows with Mac, Colby, and Noah. That way, every game you are prepared. Super easy to sign up. Run predictions off the house model or make your own and play with the sliders. With so many sports and the holidays, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction on a game. That way you can focus on other degenerate activities of yours. Gumby, do you have a elite prediction for the boys?
Of course, the most elite prediction you can have for Saturday is the Bulls on the money line against the Bucks, because guess what? They don't lose right now, and the Bucks are trash.
There you go. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, RITHMM. Use promo code SGPN25. All right, lightning round, Gumby. No, just kidding. All right. Gumby's the captain now, but I'm going to recap regardless.
Oh, no, I got a little graphic. Look.
Nice.
If you pull
what
up
I
the
want to
screen
ask
right
is,
now, it's got all the money and all the picks we made.
It's uploading.
Why does it
say
not
uploading at your end? Now it's processing. There it is. Boom. Hopefully you have good eyesight.
See that loading screen or not.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we've picked how many different we've got 6 different fighters between the two of us?
Yeah, so we dug in on 6 different fighters, obviously differing levels of how much we like them. I'm in $150 on my first category and just 90 on the second one. You're in 125 in both of them. And we both kind of like Weili Zhang and Tatiana Suarez, and then a smattering of other people we kind of like. So that's fun.
I spent a bit more than what the average per division, because this one is kind of up in the air, as you can probably tell. There's no sure shot. I want to put my money on this. What I want to ask is, of the 6 fighters we fought, what are the chances or the odds, if you're bookmaking, you're pretty good at making odds, what are the odds that someone other than these 6 women have the belt at the end of 2026? We didn't name the current champ. I guess there's always
I would say well, I mean, I guess it's the odds of Mackenzie Dern having it, right? Like maybe.
Yeah.
and I saw her odds.
Is she the only one we didn't mention, you think?
I think so. That has
a
reasonable shot to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so, because they're not going to let Vienna run it back. And so I would say these are probably the 6 with Dern being the 7th, and she's you can get her at plus 165. So one of these guys not it, probably plus 165.
There you go. Not the it seems that still seems too short for me. Obviously, or I would have picked her to bet Mackenzie to her. Maybe we're giving her short shrift here. Maybe the UFC does like her. Maybe she'll get some. I don't know what favorable matchup she could get, though. That's the thing. We just named 6 people who we think would probably beat her, right? Yeah.
Or
at least we each mentioned 4.
Here's a real question right before we kick this one off. What would you line Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson at?
Yeah, that's the one that.
And they fought in Legacy, right?
Fighters.
Did they fight in Legacy?
That sounds like something that happened.
I want to say Mackenzie Dern beat her by Imanari choke, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, you're probably right.
But that was a billion years ago. That's not the same.
Yeah, Robertson must have been 12 years old at the time. Oh, you talk about they fought in BJJ, you mean, right?
No, I think
no, they didn't fight in MMA.
Okay, I must be thinking of somebody else.
Maybe you're looking into the future, though, Gumby. No, I'm getting worried.
Mackenzie did beat somebody by Imanari choke who was of that skin. Who did she? Oh, Montana De La Rosa. She beat Montana.
Yeah, she beat her.
Who's now in PFL. So there you go.
She's fighting.
Montana De La Rosa. She's in PFL. Yeah.
She's still really. Huh.
I just filled out my PFL rankings, and she was an option.
Wow. I didn't see her in any of our betting odds for the UFC, so at least they got that updated. Yeah, that would be an interesting fight, would it not? Dern versus Robertson. Gumby thinks it already happened. Gumby knows what's going to happen in it too.
Same thing. Dern versus Klein.
Yeah,
man, I'm not lining Fatima Klein at plus 2,000. So that plus 2,000 bet is just whether or not she gets the fight. All
right. So who do you think is Dern is going to fight, and when do you think it's going to happen?
I think it's going to be Weili Zhang. That's why I loaded down on Weili Zhang. I think whenever Weili Zhang says she's ready to fight again, they just book it. Give me April, Weili Zhang's the champ again.
Oh, really? It's going to be that soon. And then she'll probably go away in that fight
maybe
again.
Maybe a defense.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like
Hmm.
lower on some of the other options. Like if she decides to come back and do it is the only question. If he doesn't, like it's all these other options are in play.
Yeah, they've got, if they still plan on making title fights strictly on the numbered cards, they got 324, 325, 326 already. Basically have headliners. 326 has a fake belt in the main event, so you think they probably wouldn't put the women's belt underneath that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That belt is fake. No, they're the two best lightweights in the world currently. So yeah, April probably would be the earliest we would see a title fight there. So interesting. I guess it's an interesting weight class. Maybe not the most exciting weight class, but it is definitely interesting. And we have at least one, a couple. I picked Denise Gomes, a couple young fighters on the come up. What do you think of Gomes? Do you think that's a good pick or not? Do you like
I just think she's too one-dimensional. I don't think she's going to get by any of the grapplers in this division.
Yep, and there's a lot of them as we said, a lot of them near the top as well. So, all right, you're set for women's strawweight. We're going to be back with women's flyweight. In the meantime, we'll be in the Discord as we always are. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. We're on YouTube, of course. You can hit the comment section. MMA Gambling Podcast. Thank you to everyone who wished us happy holidays in the Discord, on the YouTube, all that good stuff. You're good people. And of course, Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. I have a Substack, moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got another podcast, Top Turtle MMA. I don't even know what week it is or what day it is, Gumby.
We're actually taking a break on New Year's week. We're gonna take 1 week off. We'll be back in the new year. I got two LFA interviews coming in the new year. Then I got 2 Fury interviews. I got UFC interviews. We're loaded up in January. So stay tuned. Go back and listen to my Octagon coverage. We'll see you soon.
And he's got archives, so go. He's got years and years of archives, so check out Top Turtle. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We're getting back tomorrow, as I said, with the strawweights. Let's see what the best. So we're gonna go through a bunch of nicknames here. Let me see. The special one, Jeff Fox, will be there, as will, what should Gumby's name be? Bourgeois Sinha, Gumby Vreeland. I don't even remember what that means. No, Radina, your little Rhonda. Gumby Vreeland. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.